Hey there everybody, welcome back to another episode of Diablo 4. I'm Captain Beefy, this is the Game Vault, and I am on my level 89. She's 89 now, Sorceress. We got a couple days left till Season 1 begins, and I'm excited, can't wait to get in there and see what's happening. But I am going to miss running around with my Sorceress for a couple weeks while that season is running, so I figure I'd take a minute. I've accrued a lot of stuff so far, a lot of transmogs and all that kind of stuff, but I also got quite a few unique items, and I wanted to show you guys what I've got in 89 and almost 1/4 levels of farming. So let's cue up the music and we'll get right to it. Alright, first and foremost, I do not have any Uber Uniques, obviously. Not too many people have them. There was that one batch of people that got lucky, 142 people or so, when they were accidentally dropping at a very high rate during the Hell Tides. I do Hell Tides, I do Nightmare Dungeons, I do it all. Haven't got one yet. Am I mad? No, you know, it's cool. When I get one, if I get one, it'll be pretty awesome. We'll have to see what happens. But I have gotten quite a few. Also gotten more than my share of gems, so we're gonna go. Whoop, we're gonna go in and take a look at what I've gotten. One of them, as you can see, I've already leveled up all the way, but I've replaced that with another one. I am using two right now, but this is what I've received so far: the Raiment of the Infinite. So this is something I'm seriously considering adding to my build, throwing another socket in there, and maybe going one point a teleport or something like that, because this could be very useful with my Frost Nova and all the other stuff involved in my build. This could be quite useful. You know, it's pretty high level too, although I do like my barrier, although my barrier actually sucks, but I could put that barrier on another piece of equipment and not use this one. I don't know. It's something I'm thinking about. Tell me what you guys think. Raiment of the Infinite. Then I got a razor plate. Now, this one cracked me up when I got it. I was like, what? Just a whole bunch of thorns? I'm like, this is not for me. This is not for my character. But I'm not getting rid of it because this could be pretty awesome in the right build. A good Necromancer build, maybe a good Barbarian build, something like that. This could be fantastic. I mean, it might work in my build in some manner, but I absolutely don't see how. It just seems kind of like, I don't want to lose, 57 intelligence and 20 in all my other stats. So that's a lot, that's a ton. So, yeah, that'd be crazy. So, it's cool though. I like it. Then I got the Staff of Lam Esen, or as I heard a fellow YouTuber call it, the Staff of Liam Eason. I got one of those. So this one, charge bolts pierce, but deal 28% less damage. Sorcerer only. I don't use charge bolts, so this is kind of meh for me. It's nothing I really want to use. Staff of Endless Rage. Every third cast of Fireball launches 2 additional projectiles. I've got 2 of these, right? And again, I don't use fire. I'm an ice princess, I'm an ice princess. Oh, call me Elsa. No, but, I use strictly ice attacks, so that's completely useless to me. But if I ever change up, I've got 2 of them to choose from here. One of them significantly higher level than the other. We'll go to Flamescar, the ancestral unique wand. When channeling Incinerate, you periodically shoot embers that are attracted to enemies, each dealing fire damage. I got 2 of those. Look. And from what I understand, Incinerate is one of the worst abilities that the sorcerer has, so probably something I'll never use unless they do some kind of major buff to Incinerate. I don't know. It's not something I really want to mess with at this point in time. I've got 2 Fists of Fate, right? That's kind of cool. Your attacks randomly deal 1% to blank, and this one is 290% of their normal damage. Plus a whole bunch of stuff on lucky hits. It's kind of cool, man. I mean, can you imagine? Your attacks randomly deal 1 to 290%, but it's random, So this is kind of a cool thing because, especially at 290%, that's like every X amount of, well, you know, and again, it's between 1% and 290, so every attack is going to deal more damage, right? Could be 1%, could be 10%, 50, 100. The fact that it can almost deal 300% of the damage, and we're almost at the top there, that's interesting, you know? And look at the lucky hit stuff. Up to a 5% chance to heal, 502 life, up to a 5% chance to restore 10% primary resource, up to a 12.5% chance to immobilize, and up to a 15.5 chance to daze.
Nope.
So, crazy, right? Then I got Glows of the Illuminator. Fireball now bounces as it travels, exploding each time it hits the ground, but its explosion deals 67% less damage. So, okay. Yeah, combining that with something else like this, every third cast of Fireball, bouncing fireballs all over the place. I mean, it kind of makes for an interesting premise to maybe build around for a fire sorcerer. I don't know. I haven't really messed with the fire stuff yet, so that's kind of a tough call. Again, it's going to sit in my box for a while. Moving on to these. These are the Penitent Greaves. I could not wait to find these. And when I found them, I was so excited. I'm like, holy cow, 16.5% movement speed, 18% crowd control, but leaving behind a trail of frost that chills enemies. You deal 7% more damage to chilled enemies. I was like, this is fantastic. I'm all over it. And then a couple levels later, I get Isu's Heirloom. And this increases my critical strike chance. Also gives me better movement speed. You know, gives me movement speed after killing an elite for 4 seconds. You know, slow duration reduction. And evade granting 75% movement speed for 1 second. That really gets you a chance to get out of trouble. I was like, you know, the other one has that, but I was like, you know, so I got rid of the Penitent Greaves and I went with this just for the critical strike chance mainly. You know, that's huge. Critical strike chance or critical strike damage, huge factors in at least what I want to build, you know. Oops, accidentally jumped out of there. Next up is Mother's Embrace, Ancestral Unique Ring. If core skill hits 5 or more enemies, 40% of the resource cost is refunded. I don't use a core skill a lot, so as awesome as that ring is, it just doesn't do it for me. Sorry. And then we've got Isadora's Overflowing Cameo. 800 power. Upon collecting crackling energy, there's a 10% chance to release a lightning nova, dealing 1,573 lightning damage. I'm not really sold on it. I don't do electrical damage. I don't do anything. I don't deal with crackling energy. So, again, that one's kind of wasted on me, you know. So I got some interesting ones in here. I've got some useful ones, depending, you know, if I change my build up completely, I could jump into a fire build or a lightning build and at least have some things that maybe will be the building blocks to work around with other items and all that. But for now, I think I'm good with what I have. So let's take a look at what I replaced my boots with, because that was the first one. And we saw the Isu's Heirloom already. But the other one that I have that's a unique, this one I couldn't wait to find, and that's the Ice Heart Brace, right? 829 armor. Gives me my boost intelligence. Damage to frozen enemies, damage to injured enemies, increases freeze duration, right? I do a lot of freeze damage. Everything's all about freezing, vulnerability, chilling, all that kind of stuff. Crowd control, crowd control, crowd control. I can control a crowd in a heartbeat. I do best when I jump into the middle of a crowd, pop off a Frost Nova, and then start killing. Well, this thing here, enemies that die while frozen have a 16% chance to unleash a Frost Nova. I couldn't wait to get these pants when I learned about them. I was like, what? So, in theory, I could set off a chain reaction of Frost Novas and dust a whole bunch of dudes. And I've seen it in action, and it's cool when it happens. It doesn't happen all the time, of course. And it's not nearly as spectacular as it sounds on paper, so I'm kind of like, you know, do I keep this? Do I no? I don't know. I'm going to keep it now until I find a more interesting and better pair of pants that I may want to put something else on. But for now, I think it works. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments about my, I would say, mediocre collection of unique items. Like, none of them are game changers, none of them are build defining. I think the two I've chosen help my build out quite a bit. I've considered going back to those Greaves, man. It's just, I don't know. I like what I got now. So let me know what the best or most interesting unique is that you found in the comments below. Is it something that made you change your build? Is it something that you were searching for, farming for it, using obols and the chests in the Helltide events and all that? Or did you just get lucky and, you know, it dropped off of a dude in a regular old dungeon? You're like, wait a minute, what's this? If you haven't done so, please leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell for notifications. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace.